Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of our Disney cruise vlog, or if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. From the title, this is going to be all about our dining experiences on the Disney Dream. So we're going to take you through all 3 of our dinner experiences, as well as our specialty dining. We booked a Remy brunch, which was so amazing.
Very nice.
We're going to get into
brunch.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just going to break down what we ate. I think there might be a few other locations that we'll break down a little bit for you, but really focusing on those 3 dining rooms and Remy's brunch.
Mm-hmm.
Remy's brunch is an additional fee of, right now at the time of filming, it's $75 per person for brunch. You can also do Palo, which is additional, and you can also do them both for dinner, which we haven't experienced yet, just brunch.
Mm-hmm.
But let's take a look at the different food options and dining rooms on the Disney Dream.
Let's get started.
This is breakfast at Cabanas. This is our Castaway Key Day. You can have breakfast and lunch at Cabanas. When you first board the ship, on your very first day, getting oriented with the ship, you start with lunch here at Cabanas. On all Disney ships, you do rotational dining, so you dine in a different dining room each night, but you keep the same servers. Our first night was at Royal Palace, and this is themed to the Disney princesses. There's a piano player that plays in the middle of the restaurant, a beautiful chandelier above with Cinderella slippers. And to start, we had the ice lobster and jumbo shrimp. TJ and I both got that. And then we also got the Gaston's escargot. And next up is the classic French onion soup. And we both got the Chateaubriand roasted filet steak, and they cook this to order, so you tell them how well you'd like it done. And for dessert, we had the strawberry shortcake sundae, as well as the Tahitian vanilla creme brulee.
So for night 2, we had dinner at Animators Palette, which I think was my favorite of the 3 dinners. The theming for this one is all based off of Pixar, but even more so off of Finding Nemo. And throughout the dinner, you'll have Crush go throughout the screens and interact with all of the dinner guests. It's so cool. And for our appetizers, we had the sliced Serrano ham and the black truffle pasta coated with a delicate champagne sauce. Next up, we had the arugula leaves with red beets and a mustard dressing. And for the main course, Brian had the lemon thyme chicken breast, which was very tasty. And I had the herb crusted pork chop, which was very good. And then to wrap up with dessert, we both got the cookies and cream sundae, a slice of the lemon icebox pie, and then I topped the night off with an espresso martini.
And on our C day, we had a reservation for Remy. We did the brunch, and the brunch is only offered on C days. The chef here is a Michelin star chef, and he collaborates with a chef from Victoria and Albert's at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort at Walt Disney World to put together this menu. And as you enter the restaurant, if you look above, you'll see Remy there, a little glass sculpture of Remy above the chandelier. We had a table right by the window with beautiful views of the sea, and the champagne there is complimentary. It's part of the Remy service. And first up is the bread service. And for our first course is the pea tart, which was delicious. And next up we have the cauliflower panna cotta, followed by the tortellini, which was TJ and I's favorite. And this is a lobster dish. I cannot pronounce the name for the life of me, so we're just gonna call it a lobster dish. And this is the poulet rouge, which is a chicken that's rolled up. This would be my second favorite. It was very good. And finally we have dessert. This is a brioche bread soaked in a syrup with a dollop of cream. Very sweet, delicious, and light. And at the end of our brunch, we were served cannelés. It's kind of like an after meal treat. This is from the Bordeaux region of France.
If you're looking to satisfy your sweet tooth, you should definitely head over to Vanellope's Sweets and Treats. This is based off of the movie Wreck-It Ralph, and is very cutely themed.
Hello.
This would be a mix of a confectionery and an ice cream shop thrown together. And they have so many different options to choose from. It's insane. Now, this is an extra cost, but it won't break the bank by any means.
Words? Oh, never mind.
For our final night aboard the ship, we dined at Enchanted Garden. This restaurant is themed after Versailles in France. Very beautiful restaurant. Love the garden theme here. And there's even a Mickey Cupid fountain in the middle of the restaurant. To start, we had the North Atlantic lobster ravioli and the applewood smoked bacon wild mushroom tart. Next up is the spinach and raspberry salad and the heirloom tomato soup. For the entree is the slow roasted prime rib, and the pan-seared sea bass. And for this dinner, the characters did come around. Mickey, Minnie, and the whole gang were there. Hey, Goofy. And for dessert was the lemon raspberry mousse. Those are a few of our dining experiences, mainly in the main dining rooms, and of course Remy's and Vanellope's, all very good. It's a lot of fun to do the dining aboard the Disney ships, but there's some other experiences too that we didn't show with video clips in this, including room service.
Yeah.
Room service is included.
Yeah, you should definitely take advantage of room service. I may or may not have ordered room service at 11 o'clock at night, but it's 24/7, so you can order it whenever.
That's right. And we had the 8 p.m., so we kind of were feeling a little bit hungry later towards the afternoon, and of course it was still safe to eat then. We weren't going to ruin our dinner because we still had a while until dinner. Just know that for your dining room times, you're either going to have an early one, like at 5:30, and then there's an 8 o'clock one. We had the later one.
Right.
And then there's also on the pool deck area, there's some kind of quick service places that are included as well.
Yeah, they have like a plethora of different options to go to choose from.
And then you have the Cove Cafe, which is where you can grab coffee. That is an additional cost because it's specialty coffee.
It's so good.
Yeah, very good. The baristas there were very good, and they were
on point.
Pretty much the same every time we went in there. I kind of started to recognize them.
Yeah.
Even on a 3-day cruise, I started to recognize them. And they also have, in the mornings they have pastries, and in the evening They have a little cheese plate and some other things in their case, and those don't cost any extra. The food there doesn't cost any extra. So those are some ideas or some reminders for you when you're going on a cruise ship. Make sure you explore all of the possibilities, especially if you cruise often and you've explored the dining rooms, you've dined in the dining room several times. It's good to try Remy's like we did. It's good to try Paulo. Another thing too is that the dining rooms will also serve lunch. There's like a select dining room each day that serves lunch. So if you want a la carte lunch and to sit and have table service for lunch and not just like Cabanas, the buffet, you can go in and sit and have lunch. And I want to try that on one of our future cruises. Instead of going to Cabanas when you first board the ship, you can actually go to a sit-down restaurant, and I kind of want to try that just to experience. I've never done that before.
Yeah, I had no idea that was a thing. But we'll have to take advantage of that.
So, I mean, dining is a huge part of your cruise. So hopefully, like I said, what we showed you today gives you some insights and helps you figure out what you want to eat on your next cruise.
Yeah, and so for the next video we have lined up, it's going to be all about activities.
And if you didn't see the first video that we did about our cruise line, it's basically kind of like a ship tour, kind of getting our bearings on the ship on our first day on the Disney Dream.
Yeah, and in between this one and the next one, possibly after, we're just going to do a complete overview of from boarding to the whole cruise, and then after, just kind of a breakdown of everything so that you guys can get a sneak peek of what it looks like, just an overall experience.
Yeah, well, until next time, we'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.